But I brought it today because I'm on call for work. So if y'all hear this thing go off and I have to go, excuse me, but I'm hoping it don't happen. One of the other things that we remember, the first one was, what do you think the future of black men in America will be later? The second one is, why is marriage on a decline for men? Why are men leaving America for business and wives? That's gonna be interesting. Why don't modern women don't have respect for men anymore, even if he is successful and take care of his family? Why are so many men, why so many men left the church and haven't returned? Why are so many men committing suicide? We'll get to the other ones later. But anyway, so what do y'all think about, how do y'all feel being young black men? How do you feel about it? I mean, what's the pressure that you all face?
It's powerful, I would say. I think one of the pressures is like once we graduate and get into like corporate American stuff, it's like really white. Kind of trying to figure out how to navigate that after graduation.
All right, Charles?
I would say the same thing. Yeah, just after, I would say after college, it's more of what am I gonna do, where I'm gonna, like, yeah, just having a plan, having something on track for myself, just doing. But a lot of times, like even for myself, starting off, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I kind of struggled with that. So I would say, like, starting there, finding somewhere, sticking to one thing.
All right.
I would say simply it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Blessing meaning like there could be a lot of kids that you can impact simply because you're a black man and they just want to look up to you. Like you don't have to go the sports route. Sometimes you can go a different route and actually create a business for yourself or like become a doctor and things of that nature. Then the curse, I would just say, just trying to confine yourself into a box to please like other people because you may not talk like them or look like them.
Have all y'all written the plan out?
Have you written a plan out?
Which one you sound like you already got one. Y'all guys written a plan for what y'all?
I haven't written one out, but I do have like a good general idea of what I'm trying to do.
So what do you think about the future of black men later? The future of black men, what do you think is gonna be like?
Black men gonna be black men. We do what we do. We creative. We run the culture. We start things. We are black men.
But as far as the future is concerned, what do you think might happen as far as that's concerned?
What do you mean as far as?
Well, it says, what do you think the future of black men in America will be later?
I think it'll be similar to how it is now.
So pretty much no change.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like we adapted, like you feel me, every decade everything that what's going on in America, like civil rights movement, many black men have adapted to that. Going into like nowadays, we still successful, still prospering. So like whatever going on in the world at that time, whatever it's 50 years now, black men I feel like just adapt. We just have been known for adapting. And black people in general have been known to adapt and adjust with the times and learn how to be successful within that whatever time period like we're at.
It's hard to pinpoint exactly what that is, but I know that it ain't like we going anywhere or something's gonna happen to it.
I can tell you.
Now that's an interesting statement. Every time I go out the door, especially my boys, when my boys go out the door, my first thought is, I want them to get back safely. I want nothing to happen to them with that while they're gone. So that's what I think about as far as future, because people that don't look like you stand a better chance of going home before you. And I know y'all watch the news, I know y'all hear things, and I know y'all probably think about when y'all, I don't know if y'all think about when y'all go out, hey man, is it gonna be okay today, is anybody gonna act crazy? I might have to, do y'all pack?
No, what?
Y'all pack?
Pack?
I do.
Y'all, y'all care?
I do.
Huh?
I do.
So the safest place to be in that time is with you.
Yeah, that
Do you
might-
do you have a good aim?
I had a pretty good aim, yeah.
You've been practicing?
I didn't practice a while, but I learned. If anything, I'll hit the kneecap. Stop.
Okay, cause there's a lot of people now that's carrying guns.
Mhm.
So I know, when you're carrying a pack, or back in the day we called it pack. What y'all call it today? When you carry a gun? Strap. Okay, so y'all strapped in. So I'm glad I left mine outside. But anyway, the future of black, go ahead.
I can tell you this. I tell you right now, it's gonna be, but it's happening now. It's a separation. You have black men like us that's working toward the future, and then you have black men that just don't want anything out of life. What it is, the separation is coming because people make a decision like, okay, for me to get ahead, I can't be with them. I can't go to that neighborhood no more. I can't go over here no more. I have to fly right if I want to be successful. Then you have the people who don't want to be successful. They stay where they at. So in other words, there's no more the good guy hanging out with the bad guy trying to be a thug. That's starting to go away. It's a separation. Men are not even having children like that anymore. They're not even concerned about chasing women. They pretty much.
Do y'all agree with what he just said? Y'all not concerned with chasing?
I say wrong woman.
What is the wrong one?
One is not approving you, not making you the person you should or want to be, kind of holding you back from your potential.
So also, if you wasn't in school, you think you'd feel the same way?
It's a big if, I'd say. I don't know, I can't really imagine where I'd be without school.
Yeah, that is a good question, cause like, again, educated mindset, different mindset, we just, like, on the street, like, so I like, going more out of college, so like, we're taught, even in classroom, like, a regular class, we taught our mindset is like being matriculated to be so much different, so we have a lot more next level thought process thinking than the average dude on, Highway 85, so like, yeah.
That's where the
So,
separation coming in.
yeah, so we might not think about chasing women, stuff like that, but that's not, because we have so much other goals and other things in life that we're trying to accomplish, that chasing a woman has no, like, value to me, but somebody who don't like each other, have nothing to lose, like, they wake up every day just living, then their mindset, nah, I might do like that.
I think that's the point too. The fact that, y'all in school, it gives y'all something, y'all be like, God, that's what's gonna work for me. When you couldn't get into school or you didn't go to school or whatever, you just at the crib with mom, like, I don't know what I'm about to do. Like, so you really, in order to like feel like you're doing anything, you gonna do whatever, like whatever makes you feel like you're doing something. And whether that's on the block or, scamming, whatever you gotta do to make ends meet, that's what you're gonna do. And especially if you get in love for it, that's why a lot of people jump in the street. They get the love for it, because everybody looking at them like, oh, this dude, like, yeah, like, oh, he, everybody love him. When he go anywhere, he get love. So it's like, when you ain't got nothing else going, that's what you gonna do. I see he down the street, I can do that. They in school, I couldn't get the grades, I couldn't get the score. I'm gonna go do that, it's easy, right there, I can just go talk to him. So, that's the difference in mindset.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing with that too, is that type of mindset, people rarely think of consequences. See, you guys now, y'all got a whole lot to lose. All of us, the things that we do, we got a lot to lose. We think about, talking about chasing the women, you chasing the women. What do you lose if you wind up not covering your head up when you go outside? Wait a minute. Huh? Yeah, right. What happened? Y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay, when you have sex and you ain't got on brother.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, if you don't, I be saying stuff, man, sometimes because.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I mean,
I was supposed to make sure I'm thinking the right.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah, but good, if you don't know, say, ask, let me go back to this first. about having a plan. When you write something down, you're more apt to stick with what you write down than what you think. Nothing is wrong with trying to remember that, but when you write a vision down that you got, and you put it somewhere that you know you're gonna go to, like you guys, I know he used to go to the mirror all the time. He goes, y'all go to, where y'all go the most? Refrigerator, closet, bathroom,
Or,
whatever. What do you get most of the time?
oh yeah,
In my office.
Okay, y'all.
ouch.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is that write your vision down and put it wherever you be the most, so when you have to look over there, you're like, oh, okay. I'm reminded, wait a minute, I'm not doing anything. Why am I laying around here? I can't get nothing done just laying around. Because when you're laying around, you procrastinate. And when you procrastinate, you delay your future goals. Y'all ever heard the poem, A Dream Deferred? Arise and Awaken? Okay. Who was the guy? Langston Hughes wrote it, A Dream Deferred. And he's talking about what you're doing. You have a dream, but you're laying around doing nothing. It takes time. It takes away the time that you could have invested by doing something positive. You know? And then I wanted to say that about the future. Write what you want to do down. Even though your goal is now communication and everything, you know what that is. You know what you want to do. You know what you got to do to get there. So even though you knowing that, keep it before you. Because sometimes you might get distracted and stuff starts going on, life starts happening, and then you're like, oh man, what am I gonna do now? And then you see your dream over here near the sofa, or near the refrigerator, near the mirror, and you're like, oh, okay, I need to do what I need to do to get back to where I was going. All right, so also going outside without putting something on your head. I've been there, done that. Wish nobody to do it. Okay? Don't make the same mistakes other people did because you know different now. You know better now. If you're doing something, if somebody try to tell you something like, hey, don't touch that because it's hot. We learn that from being young, right? So what happens a lot of times? We're not really believing it. Or we looking back to see if they looking at what we do. We're gonna touch it just to make sure for ourselves. Why do that when you already been told that this could happen? Later in life, now you are intelligent young men, no doubt. Y'all intelligent young men. So if I tell you, hey, don't talk about chasing the wind. Don't chase the wind. Don't let the little head get the big head in trouble. Okay?
I got something. So I feel like to an extent that's true, but there is a point where you need to take risks. Because
okay, so what are you talking about?
That's what I'm explaining. So basically, like planes, Wright brothers.
Okay.
You can't fly. They ain't listen to you. They can't fly.
Well, in that situation, anything that could progress time or progress you or the future, we're talking about the future, then you got to take a risk. Because if you don't take a risk, you never know what the outcome could be. But what I was saying is that, like, in my situation, I was a late bloomer. What I've learned is that procrastination, I call it the enemy to success. And you guys right now, you're not procrastinating. Y'all went on to school right after you come out of school, right? Y'all went right back into college right after you come out of school. So what you guys did, you said, okay, well, this is what I want to do. This is my path. So you knew, I guess y'all had pretty good grades, and you got good grades now?
Most part.
Okay, so when you struggle to get good grades like I did, you are not afraid to take chances. Versus some of the guys, like one of my brothers, he whenever he having to take a test, he waited till the night before to start studying. He'd get some Kool-Aid. Back in the day, we drunk Kool-Aid. Y'all ever had Kool-Aid? But back in the day, he would get a glass of Kool-Aid and some cookies. We used to call them Big 60. Pack of cookies. They had 60 cookies in a pack. We had Big 60. And so he would take the Big 60 pack of cookies and he'd go in his room and with some Kool-Aid. And he'd go in there and he'd stay there for a couple hours. He always got a good grade. I struggled my sister struggled. My other two brothers, the one I was just talking about, and the other brother, they never really struggled to have good grades because it became easy for them. But if you do not take a chance on something you want to do, any of y'all thought about creating stuff? What? You're building, making, designing, like you're talking about flying. You wrote it down yet? Okay.
All general ideas right now.
One of your things you need to do is write this stuff down. I had an idea years ago, back in the late '80s, early '90s.
I know what it is.
I told you about, yeah. And I wrote it down, but and it kept nickel and diming me. Hey, I can't draw. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. But I was trying, I had this idea, I wrote it down what it's supposed to do. And my mom called me one morning and said, I saw your idea on TV. I said, what? She said, I saw it on TV. But in the process of that happening, they kept saying, hey, we need to do this research. We need to do this research, and it's costing me money. I run out of money. I'm in school. So I ran out of money. And so what happened, and I didn't patent it, I didn't copyright it. So I couldn't say, hey, this is mine. I still have the paperwork today to show them what I was doing. But because it wasn't copyrighted or it wasn't patented, I don't have nothing to fall back on. Because I'd have been rich because of this tool. So write your stuff down. Draw it up what it is you're trying to do. Copyright it. That way it has a date and what you're trying to do. And if somebody come up with the same thing, you can say, hey, wait a minute, this is an infringement. So then you got something to stand on. But take a chance. Don't be afraid to take a chance. Because if you don't, as far as your future is concerned, you never know what you could have done. Okay, so that's one of the things about our future, what our future will be like later. Our future will be like the same now, we don't do anything. But it would be different if we do something. I did a show on Wednesday, I have you call it a podcast, but I have a show that I do with a couple other guys called The Male Perspective. It's on 106liveradio.com, it's an internet radio. And it's come on Wednesday nights from 6 to 8 on YouTube. And we talked about Wednesday about being the change. If you're not the change that you want to see, then nothing is ever going to happen because we're waiting on somebody else to do it. You can't wait on somebody else to do what you need to do. Okay. Any other comments on
Back what you just said, yeah, waiting on people, that was my problem back in the day. But when I went to UAB, I got out there, Alabama, I don't know none of these people, and I'm like by myself, so I had to get real comfortable being by myself, doing everything by myself, and like that was like the best thing for me because I wasn't waiting no more. It wasn't like, hey, you want to go do this? It was like, go do it. And I got so comfortable just doing everything by myself. I prefer to do it by myself, But that was a thing.
My problem was procrastination. What got me going was COVID-19 when I was unemployed. God gave me an idea a long time ago about candy, procrastinating. So COVID-19 hit, gave it to me again. And this time I executed. First time I burnt it up. The second time it was good on the outside, but it was bad on the inside, but I kept doing it. I started with ice trays and zip-out bags. I just kept doing it. Now I got my own packaging and LLC and stuff like that. But it's from an ex-procrastinator. So the pressure just pushed me. Now I get an idea, I write it down, and I just do it now. So I learned how to be a procrastinator. That was my problem, procrastination. I had an idea, but just procrastinating.
y'all got anything going like that y'all feel y'all need to do now and not doing it? Because you feel like you're gonna wait to get out of school? What's that?
I want to get my pilot's license. That's what I want to do. I just know with school and the time, things I want to do with school, I couldn't do both. I believe there's it's a more of a priority thing, I would say, and then as well as just not having enough time of day to put as much effort and time into one thing, without spreading out my time.
But that's something you're going to do? No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Well, why you didn't do that before now? I mean, before going into this?
I think I really sparked once I got to school. So I didn't really know I wanted to do it until after high school, and I was already in school, and I wasn't gonna stop school to start that. So I told myself it's something I was to do after.
Yeah, me, it's kind of the same thing. Like, for me, I didn't figure out I was interested in like the music industry until like a year and a half ago. And like the way my school schedule set up, work schedule set up, it's just like I kind of just got to put that in the back of my mind to like school's over with because it's just I got so much going on. I don't even have time to like really put real effort into like what I'm interested in like in terms of the music stuff.
Like, what do you want to do as far as music? What promotion?
I played around with like producing, like making beats and stuff like that, but I'm also interested in like the business side too. But it's just like I just got no time for that right now.
Oh, okay.
To be honest.
Because, the reason I asked, because, the owners of the radio station that I work, part of, they have internship to learn how the stuff works as far as, studio and, radio stations concerned. So I don't know if you want to tap into that.
Sure.
And so what I can do, I can give you a call when we get ready to leave, and you can check them out. They're over there, as a matter of fact, y'all know where the Run the Shoe used to be?
Jim?
Yeah, over there on, Metropolitan Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the back, it's in the back. So, okay, remind me and I'll get that to you, and you can probably check into that. The next question, why is marriage only the, oh, wait a minute, I had a couple of scripture verses I want to say, mention about the future. What do you think the future of men in America will be later? And what I did, I said, Amos 3:3, so how can we walk together, so we be agreed? The future of men in America, black men in America, won't change until we decide we want to see something different. You take a chance by standing out and sticking out. You stick out because you stand up. It's like when you was in that, a couple of years ago, y'all had a march.
Yeah.
And when you did your speech, on the, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that particular thing set you out. It made you forefront, because I remember, when you did that, and okay, you always marching because y'all wanted to see something different, right? Did anything ever come to that?
I mean, I know a lot of the police in Fayette County definitely have changed policies. I don't know if the interaction between the youth and police in Fayette County, I don't know if they ever got better, but I know definitely policies have been changed. And they've definitely took a look at like policing policies and how they do things.
Did you guys know what about that?
Nah, they probably like, I was like my end of my freshman year.
What's it?
Yeah, so I saw something about, but yeah, basically there was a march, back during the Black Lives Matter protest. I went to the one in downtown Atlanta and, see how that was, that riot and all that downtown Atlanta. So I just thought to bring back to where I went to high school, the area I went to high school at and stuff, just cause I know a lot of the, I know I had a lot of partners and stuff that didn't had bad interactions with police officers in that area, getting arrested for like petty stuff. So, me and a couple of some of my friends got together, 3 or 4 of us, and we did like a march from in Fayette County, from the pavilion all the way to the mayor's office. So that was back in 2020. So that was a big thing. About 1,000 people.
Y'all could have more than 3 of them marching,
Yeah, it was about 3,000 people came out. It was definitely a real crowd. But that was just like, but it's crazy because like it was thinking 3 people like, okay, who are we? But like thousands of people came out. I'm talking about all over the place came out for that. So that was very impactful just because we just felt like we needed a change, especially with all that's going on, especially in the metro Atlanta area. So we felt like we needed a change and like our immediate impact. And so yeah, that was powerful.
Yeah, so they want to change. So the future of black men is not going to change unless we make some changes in it. So taking a chance. You don't know. What do you believe in? That's what you stand up for. That's how things happen. You stand for what you believe in. And also, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's in Hosea 4:6. And are y'all Christians? If all y'all believe in Jesus Christ? So, being that all y'all believe in Jesus Christ, y'all are attending church somewhere. I'm saying. Okay. But you believe it? Okay. Y'all, you close with any of the guys in here?
Probably will most.
Will, okay. You ever invite him to go to church?
I don't really have a church home out here, but I do when I go back home.
You ever invite the guys to church?
I thought they made.
When's the last time you been back down to church?
Because we be having it
Oh, no, I ain't want to every.
I don't live down the street. I live like 30 minutes
I
away.
got you.
Then practice and stuff.
Okay, yeah. So, it's the reason I asked was because it's important that you continue to feed your relationship with God. Not that you have to come to church to do that, but the reason you do come to church is because you run with people that believe the same as you believe. That make sense? You hang out with people that's doing the same thing you do. Why? Because you can glean from them and they can glean from you. The Bible says iron sharpens iron. So when you're around somebody that's doing what you're doing, or they may know something you don't know, or vice versa, then y'all can help one another. That's all it's about. That's why. You know. And share your faith with one another. You know, what God did for you. You know, what you're looking for him to do. And, hey, can you pray for me? I want you to believe with me on this particular thing here. There's strength in the power of agreement. What 3 people did versus what one person can do, it makes a big difference. So when y'all come together, you know, talk about what y'all talk about and what you're trying to do. You know, it could change your lives. It could change the lives of the people around you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay, now, why is marriage on the decline for me? Any of y'all guys talking about getting married? I know y'all young. Okay. Oh, y'all not yet. Okay. Y'all talking about getting married? You too? How many you running right now?
I got one.
You got one. Any of y'all got more than one up in here?
More than one, like,
One girl.
nah.
Will, talk to me. I saw it. Well, you know, I got one over there. Oh, you know Shamika? Okay. All right, but why is it that young men I don't want to get married? Why do men don't want to get married?
I think a lot of it has to do with our generation, like social media and everything. Because people, maybe not like us specifically, but a good amount of people like will just see something on social media and they'll just run with that. Like,
But like,
get easily influenced.
Give me
Like, it's gonna sound really dumb to you. I'll just
it might not.
It'll be like some girl tweet like, "Oh yeah, if I don't get a Birkin bag, this is not my man. If I don't get like an expensive gift like every week, this is not my man." And then you'll just see in the comments a bunch of girls just co-signing it. And it's just like that's not real life. Like that's got a lot.
Yeah,
to
but
do
it wasn't you. I know it don't make sense to y'all.
Yeah,
I know it makes sense. It don't make sense to us. I know it makes sense to y'all.
I just said it, but he said it sounds dumb. I just went with it. But no, for real, I would be leery too. I'm like, you know what? She's on with me for what I can do for her.
Yeah, like they'll see a rapper buy their girl like
Yeah,
super
I ain't a rapper.
expensive
They
stuff,
live in fantasies.
and then they'll just compare it to us, like you feel me, not a rapper.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you this.
Hold on, let me go ahead.
I was like, cause I said it's very like our generation is very like easily influenced. So like we not we per se, but like speaking of our generation, like we see things and want to emulate that. Like we said, like we see, so like girls might see what these dudes with $1 million men like do for their girls and just versions, but not seeing the backhand. He doing that because he doing whatever he want with that girl. Like he look good on social media, like look good for pictures, but like
he doing whatever you want to that girl. So now we have a like up to, I wouldn't say, and again, it's whatever room you're in. So I wouldn't say that so much around the girls I go to college with, like, cause girls I go to college with, they trying to be in careers. I mean, we see it, but like not as much, cause like they trying to be in their careers and they're more realistic. But like in the world, say if I go to like a club in Atlanta, every girl like is like that there. So it's like it depends on where you're trying to meet a girl at, cause a lot of girls like it. So it makes dudes like, man, I'm not trying to be with a woman, cause again, I don't only be with her what she can do, what I can do for her. So like it turns men down again now. Cause again, especially for us young men, we not dudes with, maybe not be broke, but we not dudes with just who I got extra money to spend on other for a girl. Cause I got my own bills, I got my own like upkeep. I'm trying to make sure I'm straight, and I don't got extra money just to be spent on a girl every week. But I mean that's kind of an expectation, like especially in our age range, that's definitely an expectation now. So I don't know if older generations had that same expectation. Like I don't think y'all had when y'all were about our age, when we were looking for y'all to buy them stuff and do whatever. I mean, granted, you still want to court a woman, take out dates and stuff like that, be like a gentleman, but also like that extra stuff, that stuff you doing for your wife now is what women expecting 2 months into a situationship at 22 years old. So it's like that kind of turns off, cause like, man, I'm not trying to deal with this for another 20, 30 years with a woman, like, you feel me? So
I think that stems from.
Hold on a minute.
I mean, same thing with RJ said. It's just a lot of materialistic things that's like very prominent in our generation. So it just kind of makes things a little difficult, whether you're a male or a woman. So, and then it'll just simply be down to some women. They might be driving a Honda Civic, but they want their man to drive the newest Lamborghini truck. You know what I'm saying? So it just comes really down to that. They just want a man that's going to splurge on them and give them, I guess, the finest things in life.
And with the social media on Instagram, right? I did my research on it. Instagram originally was used to brainwash the women. The women are more social than men in comparison. So the women set the trends, and the men follow the trends to attract the women. But now it's out of control. A Lamborghini truck, what do you call it, an Urus, is about 300,000.
What is it?
Lamborghini Urus, U-R-U-S. Urus. That's about 300,000. But when you go on Instagram, they expect for you to have a truck like that, a house on wheels. And the dude was like, "What planet are you from?" I'm like, "Well, you gotta have this to be with me." But they've been brainwashed. They live their life like a movie almost, like TV, like a reality TV show, where the men is more down to earth, like this ain't reality. So this is where, so a lot of men is saying, "You know what? I'm gonna step away and do me. If I get married, I get married. If I don't, I don't." But I'm not dealing with that because that's just foolishness. So a lot of young men are traveling the world. They're making a lot of money. They really not thinking about it. The ones I speak to, really.
I feel like that stems from, like you said, social media, but like it comes from relationships being public. Because back in the day, you ain't had social media. Only thing you knew was in your neighborhood. That's all. What you saw is what you knew. So the top dog in your neighborhood might only have drove a Cadillac. So that's what all the women were like. You got a Cadillac. That's the thing. But now that everything's viewable and everybody's putting it online, they see the top dog now as a yacht and a plane. So you see what I'm saying? It's with females' nature ain't changed. It's just it's been broadened. They see more. So now they want that. They always want it, but they always choose up. So it's just what it is.
What you think about it?
I think it's just because, like, every man, he come up and, he had to fend for himself and, take care of himself. So when you get married, you gotta take care of the spouse and yourself. So it's like a huge step. You ain't only thinking about yourself, you're thinking about, other people.
More responsibility.
Okay.
I was gonna say I know from a legalist perspective, then I went to law school. Marriage laws aren't in favor of men at all. When you first of all, all marriage like 50, marriage 50-50 anyway. So like half.
Marriage is supposed to be 100%.
I mean, yeah,
If you're only getting half of what somebody.
no, I'm saying
I know
like,
what you're saying.
oh,
I
yeah,
know what you
I'm about
mean.
to say, yeah, I'm saying like, so if you get married, 50% chance that you're gonna divorce, you feel me, before you feel me, y'all die. So, and most of the times, like especially when it comes like to money and when it comes to like getting kids, like assets and stuff like that, it's in favor of the woman just because the laws are like made for like back in the day when men were just the workers and not accounting that now women work too. So like, but those laws and stuff are still in place for like men only being the head. So it's like now the man make voodoo man. So when you get divorced, they're still making it seem like the man is the only one making money. So now assets and stuff go more to the woman. They have to pay all of that alimony and all of that. So that's a deterrent for men too, just because laws aren't, even legal laws aren't in favor of men anymore. It's in favor of the woman, just because how it used to be back in the day. But like we're a progressive society, and those laws didn't progress with how society progressed.
Yeah.
I will say like another side of it too, kind of tying back to social media, about like marriage is getting lower and lower. Probably faithfulness. Like obviously, if you want to be a faithful partner, you'll be a faithful partner. But now, like with social media, like if you want to be unfaithful, it's like versus before social media, you got to go outside, do this, do that, do that. Social media, you can just scroll, snap your fingers, like cheat if you want to. That's on both men and women. That's not just women. So.
I would say something I've noticed is first of all finding a woman that's equally yoked as I am, and finding a woman who, like I said, who improves me for myself. I feel like a lot of times if I'm outreaching, I won't say I'm lowering my standards, but I would say that the person who I'm trying to harmonize with isn't trying to like harmonize with me. She's not trying to make me better as I'm trying to, like, I guess, be with her. So I guess trying to find someone who can improve me and like boost who you can be, rather than I think we do it for some of the wrong reasons. And I feel like at the end of the day, the whole point of marriage is to find a piece that only she can bring out in you. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's not the average man's motive.
Because I had said, I won't get to you, but what I had said was lack of commitment, don't believe the same thing, and no respect. That's why it's on the decline. Because like today, man, a lot of women, because they banking, they don't feel that they have a need for you. I mean, I can do this by myself. I make more money than you. Like was mentioned earlier, what are you bringing to the table? If you're not bringing what I'm bringing, then I ain't got no use for you. Social media does play a lot in why men are not married, but it also does not play a role in why men are not getting married. Because a lot of times we automatically think naturally first. We look at the people around us, we look at our family, we look at our parents, we look at our grandparents sometimes, we look at our friends' parents or whatever, and sometimes we may base our relationship what we see. And then what we like about theirs or what we don't like about theirs. Well, I don't think I want to go like you said, I don't want to go through life having to deal with this when you don't. But the purpose of marriage, one of the main purposes of marriage is for relationship and then procreation. Now procreation is not even matter for us for marriage is concerned. Why? Because we go out there and pop somebody and next thing you know they got a baby. You got your baby and you did what you wanted to do. Huh?
Said when you have a child with somebody, you're essentially kind of tied in with them for life.
Yeah.
Like Larry was saying with the laws, that's even worse. That might be worse than the transfer.
Well, you gotta see that's why, I'll tell you guys, I hope all y'all still virgins. All y'all still virgins? Well, anyway, since you're not, you can become one today. Y'all see y'all were Christians, right? So y'all ain't still here today. Look at that. I was like, no.
Man, that's a heavy topic. It's been funny. It's a real question, but it's a great question.
Well, the answer should be, no, I'm not doing it anymore because I'm supposed to refrain from it. sexual activity once I become a Christian because it's not Christ-like. Do you do it? Yeah, you do it. Have I done it before when I first, well, no, I was a late bloomer. When I say late bloomer, I mean I was a late bloomer. I didn't have sex until I was older. How old are you? I mean, 22.
21.
22.
22, bro.
20.
Okay, y'all were. But I think I was 26 when I had my first ring sex. That's what it was. I didn't know what was happening. I was like a little rabbit, in and out. They were mad. You know, y'all ever seen rabbits? Okay, a rabbit. Y'all ever seen a rabbit? Y'all ever watch National Geographic?
Fat.
If you know a rabbit or a monkey, they fast. They hit it fast and then they done. And then you through. So what's the use? No, it was. Yeah. But the reason I say, honestly, am I telling y'all not to have sex?
Essentially.
Yeah, honestly, because it's not who you are anymore. It really is not who you are. You know, if I see y'all again, I might ask again, I might not. But because I just want you to remember, it's not who you are, so you don't want to continue to practice it. Because it's sex outside of marriage is what? I think we all agree on that? Okay, so now we want to keep saying. Because you know, every time we do that, we take God with us, right? We take Jesus with us, right? Yes, sir.
Something,
Whatever, y'all know that, right?
something that I just,
I ain't perfect.
yeah, I agree. I'm not perfect either. But something that on the lines of just like sex in that manner, something that I do be thinking about sometimes is like whenever we do have sex, we're really like playing. We're on a very fine line of like procreation. It's kind of crazy sometimes just to think like we're doing it for entertainment and pleasure wise, but like we're literally playing with the laws of creation, and it's just kind of, I mean, it's kind of like mind-boggling sometimes how like something so pleasurable could be like such a it's such a natural but like what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a gamble, and it's just like it's such like a ritual, like such a human nature type of ritual, and like it's found in like animals, like it's found in nature, you know. But it's like the way we can. I'm not justifying. I'm not justifying it. I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying it's like it's such an experience, and it's like it's natural, and it's just like it's scary how we play with it, and its potential of what it is actually used for.
Parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous français?
I'm not sure what that means.
That's French. Do you speak French?
No, I did not speak.
Did he speak for y'all? He said we.
No, we as in we as in just like I would say just men in our age, our generation. Yeah, we play around with it, just the idea of potential of like, I mean, because like we were all made from the same action that, you know, it was just a different time and a different circumstance. So
on the game, so you get that scared.
that's what I'm saying.
Then what you say? Lord, I ain't gonna do it no more. I ain't gonna do it no more.
Exactly.
Oh, you done it before, huh?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that.
Quit playing Russian roulette.
You give him something away.
Quit playing Russian roulette.
I got you.
You ain't gonna stop no time. But anyway,
Crazy.
sometimes. But that activity, have y'all ever been in situations other than someone like that? You know, you say you're really scared. It's like, what am I gonna do now? It ain't necessarily gotta be sick, but anything. And then you say, what do you say? Lord, I ain't gonna do it no more. If you get me out this time, if you keep this from happening, I ain't gonna do it no more.
I do it again.
How many times do you go back and do it after that?
can't count.
So why do we tell him, why do we lie to him? Lord, I'll do it more. Because of the pressure. Huh?
Desperation. Yeah.
Desperation, pressure. That's scary as you come. Ain't nothing like scared straight. We scared straight for that moment until we hear the news that, okay, everything is negative is okay. You ain't gotta worry about it. Then you like, then you go to church. Then you start praying. Then all of a sudden, the procreation thought comes in. But anyway, any comments on that decline of marriage right quick? Huh?
No, I was being with you.
Okay, one thing, you know, women want to be loved, men want to be respected. As far as marriage is concerned. Y'all are young right now, don't even worry about it, think about it right now. I'm gonna mess with y'all, I guess, later on about something, but the other question is, why is it that, men go overseas or go out of the country or whatever to, who reads like the question straight? Why are men leaving America for business and why? Why are men going, y'all ever had passport brothers? Huh? Y'all ever heard of passport brothers? So why is it that men are leaving America to go to get for businesses and why? Okay, but what?
I would say, I would think, business-wise, yeah, taxing in the other countries is a lot, less, like, that's why even, like, big billion-dollar companies, they do all their business in other countries, cause taxation-wise, it's fiscally more, like, beneficial to do business in other countries, I get that's probably the reason, but like, I just feel like, well, me personally, I be seeing, like, I don't know, I be seeing, like, dudes be going to Dominican Republic to get with all type of women is easy, and that's to me, like, as a dude that, like, ain't never had no problem with, like, getting a girl, I feel like that's just kind of like, I just feel like, to me, that's kind of corny to me, like, I don't like the idea, that's corny, like, I hate the idea, like, going to another country just to get with a woman because she gonna view you as, like, a god, essentially, like, they under you. I didn't find out in London the club.
I can explain that.
They look like that.
I can explain that.
Some cities do have that same type.
That's what I'm saying. You can find that. If you don't got no game, so the difference is if you got the game to get the girl that's down the street, or you gotta go to the Dominican Republic. You don't thing I do is hand them a couple dollars, and she locked on.
Where you going tonight? I'm gonna be there because I'm gonna listen. I want to take some notes, man. See what I mean.
I'm out the game, so I ain't be
what?
I'm out the game.
No, it's not.
I'm out the game, man. I'm out the game.
Well,
I'm out the game.
You co-sign? You co-sign for only what you see.
Yeah, I can explain that though. Half of what RJ said I agree with. The other half I don't, from being overseas. What it is that, when I was talking on my podcast about it, a lot of them guys, they learn how to make money, but they never learn how to develop their personality, being the best version of themselves. Like when they're around women, they're real awkward, like they start stuttering, and to a woman, she can feel that. So he comes off like a weirdo. But it's not him being a weirdo, he never developed the confidence to be around a woman, especially an attractive woman. So the women over there, they're more modest and more humble. You know, if you can take care of me and our kids, if we have them, it's so be. But you ain't gotta, sound like you Don Juan to be in our presence. But here's a whole lot different. Here, you gotta have game in. You gotta be able to speak here in the U.S. So
one thing too about that is that the women in different cultures are raised different. In some of the other cultures, they're raised to be submissive and supportive to their husband or to men. So therefore, the men here, they yearn for that. Back in the day, women were raised that way, and then the more times change, the less women cared about respecting the men around them because they can see less of that around their house or wherever they were. And so whenever you can see that, so the passport brothers came about. I get my passport, I go over there and do what I need to do, and all is well, I'm saving money, I'm making money, I got somebody that respects and appreciates me and loves me too. So then they good to go. So that's why I think one of the reasons why people do that. And Jason Whitlock, I think he talked about that before. Y'all heard him?
Yeah, Jason, I watch. He playing in Atlanta, right? Him and
I'm not
Baltimore.
Well, Roland, I don't know where Roland from, but y'all know Roland Martin, y'all heard that name before.
Yeah,
Pull him up
yeah, he's a Cavalier.
on Instagram or not Instagram, he might be on Instagram, but on YouTube or whatever, and listen to some of the stuff he talked about. And when I say radical, he's radical, but he's not radical. He speaks the truth concerning the way black society, black men are being handled here in the US. And, he's a pretty bad boy. Why modern women don't respect men anymore? Why is it that the modern woman, y'all was talking about the modern woman now, is being the TikTok woman, to be an Instagram woman? All right, so
That's literally what I was about to say. Like, I feel like we spoke on it, one of the earlier questions, like, they'll see social media, they'll see like a rapper or athlete or some other rich person, like, buying this, doing that, doing expensive things, and then they'll see who they're dealing with in real life and just kind of like start comparing them, even though it's not like a realistic comparison, because like they're just not there yet.
High standards.
you know, one thing, a lot of the people you see on television flashing, you know, a lot of that stuff is rent, right? Just for the shoots. They don't really have that stuff. Because once the next record they put out or whatever don't make it, they done. Why? Because they flash. They don't have anything. One of the worst things that a person can do that has money is show it. Everybody don't have to know what you got. Why you broadcasting it? Other than the fact you want somebody to say something about you. I mean, why? Why do you want everybody to know what you're doing?
Attention.
Why?
It's like a, I think they say like a dopamine, like it's some type of,
Well,
yeah, like a high rush.
but how long did that last?
Not very long.
So why do you wanna do that? Be who you are, enjoy your wealth, enjoy your success. That other people may be able to benefit from it, depends upon what it is you're doing. Let them benefit from your success, but you don't have to broadcast. It's like, I have nothing against him, I appreciate his efforts and all of the success that he's obtained, Tyler Perry. But every time a situation comes about, his name pops up where Tyler Perry is gonna build this woman, 93-year-old woman, a house down in Hilton. Has y'all started yet on Instagram with him? All right. Allen Iverson gave $49,000 toward the efforts of helping this lady save her land. Hilton Head, years ago, used to be owned by slaves, by blacks. When slavery was over, they owned that island. Hilton Head, y'all heard of Hilton Head, some of y'all may have been. That land was black. But what wound up happening is that y'all counterparts, white folks,